There's hardly anything more fun than knocking in a 3 or 4 footer. The first element of putting is setup, and we want to work on a couple of really simple, basic, critical fundamentals to create tour putting excellence, which is 95% makes from 3 feet. That's not very many misses. And if you think about that, I'm only moving the putter this far. What could possibly prevent me from making a putt of that short a length? Well, let me give you a couple elements. If I start moving the putter like this, I got very little chance to make it that way. If my knees are knocking and they're going back and forth, or I'm not stable in my setup, I'm gonna have a hard time moving that putter back and forth. So this week I want to give you 2 really quick tips. One is to keep my hands good and firm. The way I do that is if I will line up the shaft of the putter into my forearm, that putter will have a hard time wiggling around. It'll just stay nice and firm. I'm using the new Michael Breed EyeLine putting grip to really help me with that. The second concept is if I will keep my knees nice and solid in my foundation, I won't move around. We have what we call the balance rod that really helps me do that. It's a foam rod that when I stand on it, it absolutely helps me with my balance and I can't move. If you'll notice that my knees absolutely stay perfectly solid when I use the balance rod because I can't move back and forth. You can work on this by doing what I call the kneecap drill. Now we've heard about all those other things, but if you watch, my knees absolutely stay solid. So the drill this week is to do 2 things. Number 1, I want to get the putter set in the lifeline of my hand up my forearms. That'll lock out my hands with my stroke. And the other is to get my knees set absolutely rock solid. And here's the drill. I just want to simply make no ball, 50 strokes, only thinking about my knees staying absolutely steady. Just like this. If I see any of this, it doesn't work. This may be a completely new concept for you, and if it is, you're going to make so much improvement with your 3-footers. That's what we're going to work on this week. Let's get ready and play a game and see if we can put some competition in this. So here's the game. You can set up, I've got a 3-footer here, 95% from 3 feet is what we're trying to do. And here's the magic. I'm standing on the balance rod. My focus of attention is going to be those 2 things. Up the lifeline and absolutely stay steady. The kneecaps have to stay in place, and I'm going to make 20 of these 3-footers in a row. And it's really easy to do if I don't have any movement or if the putter doesn't wiggle all over the place. You can make 20 in a row. If you miss one, you got to start over because this isn't that hard. But imagine how great you're going to feel when you step onto the golf course and you know I'm making every 3-footer. It's called the kneecap drill. Take a look at those kneecaps. Think about how steady you're going to stay. You're going to become a great putter from 3 feet.